Good morning, dear student. In previous lecture, we discussed about conductor, then the relationship between resistivity and conductivity, then what is superconductor and what is superconducting material. So in this lecture, we are very much interested the basis of superconductivity with the help of this BCS theory. That is, this capital BCS theory, it is the basis for superconductivity or superconductivity phenomena. So three physicists, Bardeen, Cooper and Schrieffer, introduced this BCS theory of superconductivity. So you should remember the first point, that is three physicists. One is Bardeen, Cooper and Schrieffer. Schrieffer introduced this BCS theory for superconductor. So it contains two important phenomenon, that is first one, that is electron phonon electron interaction, and second, that is Cooper pair. So this theory contains two important phenomenon. One is electron phonon electron interaction and second one is Cooper pair. So let us consider the lattice consisting positive ions. So if we consider a lattice consisting of positive ions, then the lattice vibration is less in conductor and electron can easily pass from one end to another end. So if you consider the lattice, so if we consider this is the lattice consists of only positive ions, so metal ions, those having positive charge. So the lattice, it is made up by positive ions. So the lattice vibration is less in conductor. And therefore the electron can pass easily from one end to another end. So the flow of electron is easy. In case of conductor. If we consider the second important point regarding to this BCS theory, when electron passes through lattice, it will interact with positive ions electrostatically, that is by Coulombic interaction. So let us consider the second lattice for this electron phonon electron interaction. So this is your positive ion lattice. So let us consider here the electron is there. So electron is flowing through this lattice, and due to the flow of electron, the electrons interact with positive ions electrostatically, that is by Coulombic attraction takes place between electron and positive ions. As a result, lattice get distorted and a region of high positively charged density is created is called phonon. So if you see this diagram, second lattice, if you consider, so this is the region. So if you consider the first lattice, the electron is flowing and the lattice is made up by positive ions. When this electron passes through this lattice, it will interact with positively charged ions electrostatically, and due to this interaction the lattice get distorted. So this lattice, it is a distorted lattice. Distorted lattice. So there is a slight distortion in the lattice as a result of due to the interaction of electrons and positively charged metal ions, and due to this a region of high positively charged density is created. A region of, so this region, it is denoted by this circle. The region of high positively charged density is created and it is called phonon. It is called phonon. So when another electrons enters into the lattice, it will be attracted by the region of high positively charged density. So no doubt both electrons having a negative charge, so there should be a repulsion, but when another electrons enters into the lattice, it will be attracted by the region of high positively charged density, that is phonon, and second electron will form a weak link between them instead of coulombic repulsion between them. So if you consider the another lattice, when the second electron is interact, so if you consider in this lattice, we if you consider this is the second electron, this second electrons, it will interact or enters into the lattice, it will be attracted to second electrons. If you consider this second electron is attracted, the second electron is attracted by the region of by the region of by the region of high positive charge density, high positive charge density, high positive charge density, that is phonon. So we know that the phonon is the region of high positive charge density. So the interaction between phonon and second electrons results into the coulombic interaction instead of coulombic repulsion. So the second electron, it is attracted by the region of high positively charged density, that is your phonon, and this interaction, it is considered as a electron phonon electron interaction. This type of interaction, it is known as electron phonon electron interaction. So if we consider the BCS theory, it is made by three physicists, Bardeen, Cooper and Schrieffer. So it consists of two important points, that is electron phonon electron interaction, which is responsible for the superconductivity in the material. So if you consider, for understanding this BCS theory, we consider a simple lattice made up by positive ions. If you consider the conductor, so the lattice vibration is very less in the conductor and the electron can easily pass from one end to another end. When these electrons passes through this lattice, then they interact with the positively charged cation by coulombic interaction, and the lattice get distorted, and we get a distorted lattice, and a high positively charged density region is created. It is known as phonon. When the second electron passes through this lattice, the second electron is also attracted by the region of high positively charged density, that is the phonon, and second electron will form a weak link between them instead of coulombic repulsion between them. In this way, the second electrons interact with first electron through phonon, and this type of interaction is known as electron phonon electron interaction. So at least you should know how this electron interaction is occur. The second important point, it is the Cooper pair. So Cooper pair is formed when two electrons interact with each other through phonon attractively and by overcoming the coulombic repulsive forces. So let us discuss about this Cooper pair. So how this Cooper pair is formed? That is, it is formed when two electron interact with each other through phonon attractively and by overcoming the coulombic repulsive forces. The binding energy of this Cooper pair is of the order of 10 raised to minus 3 electron volt. The second important point you should remember, the binding energy of Cooper pair is 10 raised to minus 3 electron volt, which is very small, as the superconductivity phenomenon is due to this Cooper pair. Thus the superconductivity is low temperature phenomenon. So the binding energy of Cooper pair is 10 raised to minus 3 electron volt, which is very small. So this magnitude is very small, as the superconductivity phenomenon is due to this Cooper pair. The superconductivity is low temperature phenomenon. So we already discussed the critical temperature below which the material is in superconducting state, while above which the material is in normal superconductor, act as a normal superconductor. The electron in Cooper pair have opposite spin and hence the total spin of Cooper pair is 0. So both electron in Cooper pair having opposite spin, and therefore the total spin of Cooper pair is 0. Total spin of Cooper pair is 0. As the total spin of Cooper pair is 0, they behave as a bosons, and hence they follow Bose-Einstein statistics. So you should remember this important point. Whatever the interaction between two electron in Cooper pair, they are having opposite spin, and therefore the total spin of Cooper pair is 0. As the total spin of this Cooper pair is 0, they behave as a bosons. So due to the zero spin, they behave as a bosons, and they follow Bose-Einstein statistics. Bose-Einstein statistics. So as a result, in other word, we can say that as the temperature greater than critical temperature, Cooper pairs are broken and resulting in a transition of superconducting into normal state. So as the temperature is increases, the Cooper pair is break and the material is converted into the superconducting state to a normal conducting state. So we already discussed the relationship between the resistivity and temperature. The resistivity and temperatures are directly proportional. So as the temperature is increases, the resistivity is also increases. As the temperature is increases, the Cooper pairs are break, and due to this, the material is above the critical temperature and it is converted. So it will transfer from superconducting state to normal conducting state or normal conductor. So this is all about the BCS theory for superconductivity. You should remember these 2 points, that is electron phonon electron interaction and Cooper pair. So it is very simple. For this BCS theory, to understand the BCS theory, we consider the positively charged lattice made up by metal ions. Then the electrons interact with this positively charged lattice, and due to this there is a slight distortion in the lattice. When second electron is interact with this lattice, so there is no repulsion between these two electrons, because the region of high positively charged density is created. It is known as phonon, and second electron interact with this phonon, and this interaction is considered as electron phonon electron interaction. So in the second, that is Cooper pair. Cooper pair is formed when two electrons interact with each other through phonon attractively by overcoming the whatever the Coulombic repulsive forces. Again, the binding energy of this Cooper pair is very small. The magnitude is 10⁻³ electron volt, and as the superconductivity phenomena is due to this Cooper pair, thus the superconductivity is a low temperature phenomena. So again, we discuss the spin of this electron is opposite in Cooper pair, and therefore the total spin is 0. So it follows the total spin is 0 and they behave as a bosons, and it follows Bose-Einstein statistics. And we already know the relationship between temperature and resistivity. So as the temperature it is greater than critical temperature, Cooper pairs are break and results into the transition of superconducting state into normal conducting state. So this is all about the BCS theory. In next lecture we will very much interested in the Meissner effect and type first and type second superconductor. Thank you.